Hi everybody, welcome to Living Traditions Homestead. My name is Sarah. Today is a beautiful day. It's about 62 degrees right now and the high today is 71. It is a nice change. The last 3 days have been cold. The nighttime lows have been 37, 34 for the past 3 nights, which has meant that we've had to take extra measures to keep our plants safe because we have so many that are just ready to go to the farmer's market that we just couldn't risk keeping them unprotected in the greenhouse. So we think that we've had the last nights of using our heat boxes, and we actually had to bring in a lot of trays into the house overnight the last 3 nights, which was pretty interesting. We had about 34 trays of plants in the house over the last 3 nights, which is over 1,000 plants. We had some plug trays at one point, and that pushed us out over 1,200 plants in the house. So we're thankful that the weather is warming up and now we can get everything back outside or in the greenhouse. We have a big, busy week this week. Lots of things to do. Today we have established our priorities for the day at least. And so we are going to take you on our day today, and you're going to work with us, or at least you're going to watch us work a little bit and keep us company. So let's show you what we have going on today. I am starting out in the greenhouse today. I have some more seeds to start for the farmer's market. I'm going to be working on zucchini, crookneck, yellow squash, a bunch of cucumbers, and some okra. I'm dropping everything. I filled up 6 trays and used almost all of the soil I have ready in our bucket. So I know that I will be completely irritated with myself if I come back to do more planting and it's completely empty. Mainly because the planting mix, which is a seed starting mix, well, it's multi-purpose anyway, it's very dry when it comes out of the bag, and it takes quite a long to soak up enough moisture in order to be usable. So before I start planting seeds, I'm going to just take a minute and open up another bag, spray as much water as I can in there so it can start doing its job before I move on.
So my big project for today that I'm hoping to be able to get done all today is to build new sawhorses and tables for the greenhouse. Now if you guys are interested in learning how to build this type of sawhorse, I actually have a video that I did quite a long time ago, a year or more ago, about how to build these. They're really simple, they are super strong, and they hold up really well, and they stack. So that's really nice when you need to transport them. So we'll leave a link to that video so you guys can check it out. You can build an entire set of these out of 5 2x4s.
well, that job is done, and it's a good job done. That should bring us quite a bit of money at the farmer's market, and that is very important. So moving on to my next project, it's going to be behind me in this raised bed garden. This is one of probably 2 herb gardens I would say I've had in the past. Now I have a new area for all my herbs this year, so I want to transition the herbs that I have in other places to the new herb garden. I'm not quite ready to put things in the ground over at the herb garden, so the things that I need to take out of these gardens I am going to plant into pots and let them root and stuff before I put them in the new beds. There are some other tricks and some things that I want to show you that you can do with your herbs, maybe to make some money on your homestead. The first thing I'm going to be starting with today is my sage. I have 4 really nicely developed, mature sage bushes, I guess you would say, sage plants. I'll be honest with you, I really don't like sage. I'm actually only going to keep 1 sage plant in the new herb garden. But a lot of people have been asking me for sage at the farmer's market, especially last year, and I didn't offer anything. I have a habit of offering things at the farmer's market that I like, and if I don't really like them, I guess I kind of forget to start them for other people to buy. So this year I am planning ahead, and I'm preparing sage to sell at the farmer's market. I want to show you a trick about starting sage. You can start it from seed. I'll be honest with you, I've had a hard time getting it to germinate and starting sage from seed. I'm going to show you an easier way. So these are my sage plants right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have 5. Okay, so I have 5 sage plants here, and I want to show you a trick how you can make sage plants out of mature sage plants. If you want to expand your garden, if you want to share your garden with your friend, or if you want to do this to make some money and sell baby sage plants, I'm going to show you what to do, and it's so simple. I cut that big branch off, and actually it's, you know, got several different little branches here. So I'm going to take this branch, and I'm just going to cut one of these branches off to work with. Let's work with this one. And it's got some leaves on it that aren't working, they're not doing really well, so I'm just going to cut those off. Some of them look like last year's leaves. Okay, so I have this piece of a branch here, and if you look closely, right here and here and here and here, these are all the places where leaves either could grow or have grown in the past here. So we are going to cut right below one of those. Okay, these are called nodes. We're going to cut right below one of those, maybe a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch below it. And we're going to get rid of this piece here. So after this point, you'll want to dip this in some kind of rooting hormone. Now I am using a powder, it's called rooting powder. You can also get a liquid that you dilute, and then you just dip the little plants in the liquid of rooting hormone, and then you're just going to stick it in some soil. So I'm just using this powder. I'm just going to stick it in here and kind of wiggle it around a little bit so that there is rooting powder or rooting hormone, the first couple nodes there. And then it's as simple as putting it down into a pot and watering it. Yesterday I did this 32 times. I did an entire flat of sage cuttings just like this, and at the point that it has a nice root system established, I can either plant that or I can sell it.
It's going to be warm enough now that most of these plants can stay out all day and really overnight. The greenhouse is actually starting to get a little too warm for some of these, so it's best to get them outside so they can acclimate to just our regular temperature. Well, my first project is done for the day. I got all of the sawhorses built. So now we have all these extra tables. That is going to be so nice. The greenhouse almost looks empty now because we moved all these plants outside. I said to Sarah, I said, look at all this room we have now. We can start 1,000 more plants. But I don't think we will. But we're going to start some, but I don't know about another 1,000. Now I get to move on to my second project, which I didn't think I'd get to start until tomorrow, and that is converting the second half of our animal trailer to be able to haul more plants. So that's what I'm going to get going on now.
Okay, let's get these sage plants out of the ground. There. All 5 of these are done. There's one more thing I want to do in this garden before I go in the house, and that is to dig out my comfrey. The very first summer that we lived here, I got some comfrey from a neighbor down the road, and I put it in this herb garden in the center, and it was a huge mistake. It got like gigantic and took up like most of this raised bed. So the next year I dug it out and I sold some and I transplanted it to other places. Well, I was warned that any bit of root that stayed in there would grow more comfrey, and indeed it really has. Every year I've had more and more comfrey, but it's really been okay. It's given me the opportunity to share it with other people, and this year I'm going to start transplanting it back in an area by where our cows and our goats are going to be, just outside the fence. Well, awesome. That's done. There are 12 of them that I dug out of there and were able to put into pots to let them root and get established, and then I'll transplant them somewhere else on the homestead. They look a little sad right now because they need some water. But I am very happy with the projects that I got done today. You know, I think Kevin moved on to his second project, and let's go check on how well he's doing.
Well, I just finished up installing the shelves on the second side of the animal trailer. Now I did make these so they come out pretty easily if we do need to use it as an animal trailer. But this means that now we can haul just over 1,200 plants to the farmer's market each weekend. That'll be a great thing. Give everybody who comes shopping a good variety of things to look at.
So you guys, I hope you enjoyed spending the day with us as we got some projects done on the homestead. A lot of times it's all about prioritizing and just having the motivation and determination to get it all done.
It's a lot of work living this lifestyle, but we absolutely love it. We wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Hey, if you're new to our channel or you're enjoying what you've seen, now is the perfect time to hit the subscribe button. If you know someone else who would enjoy our channel or the videos that we do, please share this on your social media. And until next time, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.
God bless.